Patrick Hogue writes, "Hey AMC crew, love what you do and pray that you keep doing it. My question for you guys is, what did you think was the most ambitious film that was released in 2014? Making a good film, let alone a great film, is an incredible task, and what some filmmakers did last year is jaw-dropping. Between Boyhood, Birdman, and Interstellar, I'm having trouble deciding which one I believe was the most ambitious film to undertake and which one was the most successful. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts, and we'll keep watching you guys until the end of time."
You bring up some really good films when talking about ambitious films to make. I'm still going to contend that I think Interstellar was the most ambitious film to make in 2014, not just for the visual nature of it and what they were trying to accomplish, but even just the whole concept of, you know, a dying world and painting a picture of a truly dying world. This whole story about going out to, you know, rescue that dying world, but then you're implementing different types of ideas about time-lapsing and all that kind of stuff, and then alternate dimensions. And then you're throwing into the idea that, hey, some alien species left us a gateway. And you're trying to incorporate all these really high-concept ideas, especially in the terms of sci-fi, to do it. Now, did I love Interstellar? I didn't end up loving it. I ended up really liking it. I enjoyed it. I've seen it a number of times. I think it's a really good film, but I didn't think it didn't meet my expectations. But I think in the hands of any other director, I think Interstellar would have turned out bad, because it's just that hard of a film. I think the film that was really ambitious and had the most success in actually pulling it off for me was Birdman. Just the way it was told, the way it was shot, the types of characters they used. I just thought it was the one that had the most success. Anyway, Schnepp, what about you?
I'll touch on Interstellar for a minute. Like, I just saw it a second time, and I intentionally left the minute Matthew McConaughey ejected, and they had this whole, like, you know, fifth dimension scene with the watch, and like, because I absolutely
no spoilers though.
It's not the end of the movie, but I'm just like, that sequence, that 15-minute sequence, is what made me go from loving the film to liking it. I'll say that. And it's a very ambitious film. It was shot almost all in IMAX. It's a beautifully well-made film. Christopher Nolan is an incredible director, and I love Birdman. I think it should win the Oscar. I think it's the best film of the year, but the most ambitious film is, for me, Boyhood. It's taking 14 years to make one movie, shooting sequences over the span of 14 years with the same actors. Not only is that commitment,
was it 14
that's
or 12?
It was 12.
Was it 12?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a lot of years.
It's a lot of years to have, like, you know, Patricia Arquette, Ethan Hawke, all the kids, watching them grow up. It's an experience that I've never seen before in an actual narrative film. We've seen it in, like, you know, what was it, 47 Up, 37 Up, the documentary where they follow those kids over the span of every 7 years. There's a documentary series. I think the next one's like 56 Up. They've been following these kids since it was 7 Up, then like every 7 years, 14 Up, they follow these kids.
Wow.
This is like that, but like a narrative, which has never been done before. So hats off to Linklater for actually not only doing this experimental film, but being able to make a film that actually was emotionally resonant and was a good film. It wasn't like a cool experiment, failure as a film. I think it's a fantastic movie and one of the most ambitious films I've ever even seen made.
The question I guess Patrick Hogue asked was as far as this year. Because it was over 12 years, that's why I agree with you. Everything that you said, I agree with 100%. But just because of this year, that took 12 years. So he had a little step up on everybody.
You cheater!
The movie itself is an absolutely ambitious feat. But the question on the table is for this
But
year,
Interstellar
1 year.
took a couple of years to make.
Every film takes a couple of years to
takes
make.
a
That's
while
fine,
to
but
make.
I'm talking about the one that came out this year for the amount of time, and I would still get, and I'm with you and you that I liked Interstellar, but it is absolutely the definition of ambitious. And what you also said, as far as if some other director, it would have been bad, it wouldn't have happened. The movie wouldn't have happened.
That's true.
He developed the story.
Spielberg was going to direct it off of Jonathan Nolan's original script
But somebody with the caliber of a Spielberg, you'd have to.
But in the way that it happened, in the way it was shot, in the way, like you said, shot in IMAX, all that movie as it was would have not have happened. And because Nolan, his brother, they put it together. It is an accomplishment as far as all these movies are. But this one, when you watch it on screen, you're just like, and like you said, the story points, what they were trying to do with quantum physics and all, it's like, even though you can lose people here and there, it is ambitious to say, this is what we are going to put the research in. We are going to show you that we have really researched this thing. This is what we think could happen in this movie, and we want you to come along on this journey.
Except for the fifth dimension, I'm playing a piano.
But whatever. but even those things, even though you like them or not like them, they're still. If you look into theories of what scientists that they're legit on things of ways that they of actual theories of
You can throw some scientists
Whatever
into the
it is.
MMA ring and watch
Yeah,
But
them
listen,
fight.
if you're talking about ambition, Kirk Cameron tried to save Christmas. Okay, nobody's ever tried to do that before.
That's right.
I would give it to Boyhood because it was released this year, and I think as far as filmmaking goes, quantum physics are great, but like the average moviegoer doesn't know enough about quantum physics to where you can bend them a little bit or be like, oh no, this will serve our purposes better. You couldn't cheat Boyhood at all. You had to film it with this cast growing up over 12 summers. That was the most ambitious film to me.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.